Okay, guys. So hope everyone is doing very well. So we just quickly start now, right? So we just quickly start up now, but before that, we just wait for one or two guys to just quickly join up, and we just shoot from there. Okay. So hope everyone is doing very well to begin with. Hope everyone is doing very well. Okay. So while you're joining, just write where you're joining us from. Just write where you're joining us from, or as you're joining, just write where you're joining us from so that we can just proceed from there. So just write where you're joining us from, or where you're watching us from. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly drop the link in a public channel so that guys can actually just quickly join up. And from there, we'll proceed. From there, we'll proceed. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so as you're joining us, remember to hit and like button, and don't forget, guys, to actually to just write where you're watching us from. Don't forget that. Just write where you're watching us from. Nothing complicated. Excuse me. Okay. So you just want to write where you're watching us from. All right. Okay, so let's see guys that are joining us. Okay, so we're having Nick Oti. Okay, by the way, I shared that link in the public channel, right? That we're live now. I think I shared that. Okay, yeah, so I shared that. So let me just quickly write we are streaming YouTube live now. Let me just quickly alert everyone there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, great. Okay, so let's see. We're having Cabo from Botswana. We're having Rudy from Cape Town, right? So we're having Nick Oti. Okay, that's okay. I thought you wrote a country there. Okay, you did. Okay, so we're having Adidar from Lagos, right? We're having Srijan from India, Lucky Kid from Jamaica, Mwimba. Sorry if I don't pronounce the name very well. My sister, apologies. But they are from Zambia, and then we're having Jainim from India. We're having Tabisol from Botswana, Murungi from Uganda, M Ward from Lagos, Sierra from Canada. Okay, so we're having Prank Comics from Burundi. Okay. So we're having Isis Facts from Louisiana, and we're having Tuchuku Anthony from Benue, Nigeria. So we're having Samuel Ifrit from France. Okay, so Kudas from Zimbabwe, and Bernard from the Philippines, Blessing from Zimbabwe. So we're having a lot of guys from different countries joining us up today again. So Isaac Soare from Belgium, Witness Malejo from Botswana. Okay, so we're having Ansa from GH Ghana. We're having Funny Sachs from Ethiopia. Okay, so we're having a lot of guys. Sinisa from Bosnia, Siki. Okay, so we have a lot of guys around. Jampol from Nigeria, 1-4 from Nigeria, Musige from Uganda, Maria from Namibia, Derek from Ghana. Okay, so we're having a lot of guys. We're having a lot of guys around with us today. So we'll actually just start trading now, right? So we'll just start trading now. So having Jaha from Dubai and Naruto from Philippines and Andre from Indonesia. Okay. So Ali from the UK, MD Sabir from Bangladesh, Jamali from Barbados. Okay, so we're having a lot of guys with us. We're having a lot of guys with us today. So let's actually just proceed on the chart now. I just proceed on the chart. So let me see. I think maybe on Facebook, let's see if we can just let's see if we can just maybe like open it also on Facebook so that those on Facebook can actually just see stream with us. Just edit that so that those on Facebook can actually see that we're live too. Okay, good. Okay, so this is what we're having currently. Someone is here. Why don't you start trading? Yeah, but funny. I think very funny for real. I think maybe it's your first time joining us, right? So yeah. So first, welcome everyone. Before we start trading, everything is not about charts, right? So you have to make sure that So everything is not about charts. Okay, so let's begin now. Let's see what we're having. Remember, we had a nice live session. That was we had a nice live session on Friday, and then I told you that we might stream live again on Monday to check the updates of those stops, right? I think I remember saying that, right? And then that's just what we're going to do. That's just what we're going to do. So technically, look at gold. Gold is actually just dropping, right? Gold is just dropping. So we'll be watching out for this. Possibly this live shouldn't last for a very very long time. I can't guarantee that this live will last for a very long time, but we'll just do it within the few minutes or so that we have. We'll just try covering some stuff. First, what trade should we look at now? Okay, let's look at US 100, right? So US 100, we're storming to this trade again today on the private channel, and this stuff has actually been very smooth. So it actually just went and hit all our take profits really nicely. Let me see. This is okay. So this is the trade. Not all our take profits. First and second take profit. So this is the trade. US 100 smashed this was when the trade was dropped just today, just a few hours ago. Was dropped here, and after that we have a first take profit hit here and second hit around the spot, and now the third take profit is here to be hit. So it's not too late to join. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So I'm going to show you the levels that you can actually join this trade also, but then forget about this because we went into US 100 on Friday also. Remember guys, we went into US 100 on Friday, and then we placed extremely large take profit levels, right? Extremely large take profit levels. Take profit levels that would take a lot of time to get hit. The reason for that is so that you can easily hold the trade and you can storm into more positions later if you want. And also those that come late, you can also join the trade. Like as it is now, well, you might want to wait for maybe it to drop down to around this range. I don't know. I can't really say, of course. Those when it retraced a bit, that was when those on the private channel went into this trade. So if you look at it, it makes a lot of sense there. But then you can see during this trade, we gave this trade, of course, the steam profit. I think I'm running just. I think my profit dropped a little bit. Now I'm running just around the 3K or so. That's what I'm running currently. Dropped. It was around 4,000 because we were running live before with MC100 students just a while ago, and as I did the stuff I was having just around 4.5K around that range or so. Now I'm having just roughly 3.something K because of the retracement. So if you want to join this trade, if you're in the trade already from Friday, of course yours is understandable. No, I'm not really talking to you now. But then if you didn't join the trade, and also if you're in the private channel, of course I'm also not talking to you. You are still massive profits. I'm also not talking to you. I'm talking to those that they were into live with us on Friday, so they didn't storm into this trade at all, and all of those. So you might want to wait for this trade to maybe drop down a little bit more. After that, you can go into the trade, or you can wait for it to get to break even around the spot, and you can still join the trade. But if your capital is pretty impressive, you can still join because you know Nasdaq. It's currently suspending at around this level now, where we're having just around the spot here. It's currently suspending there, meaning that if it takes off from this region, it is going up. Even these are fast first take profit that is here. excuse me, guys. So even this take profit that is very far, that looks impossible to hit. Remember, look, on Friday it almost hit and then dropped down, and now it almost hit and now it's playing around. So when it crosses around this level and closes up over it completely, even this level will be nothing for it, right? You know, that's like, it's just break it and just start moving up. So if you have enough capital, you can trade the trade already, of course. But if you don't, you might want to wait for it to get to around this level here. After that, or well, you can storm into the trade after that. Yeah, so that's it. Or you can wait for to have a nice bullish momentum towards the top, and you can also stop the trade. Either way, you're good. And I also share this trade. Let me use this chart because we went in earlier on here. So I also shared this trade. It made that first take profit was hit. I think first take profit was hit around this region or so. Those on the private channel, if you're here, please remind me, where was our first take profit hit? If you're in the private channel, you can remind me. So I think it was around this range also. I don't remember, but around this range or so, first take profit, and then we'll grab second take profit just around this range. And now we're waiting for third take profit to get hit around this range also, right? So basically that's it. Now let's look at US30. So I'm just giving update first for trades, because this trades went into them on Friday also, even though on private channel went into this trades today, right? Into this trades today. But then if you were live with us, that's why I tell you, don't just miss any live sessions if you can not miss, right? If you can attend them, it's actually great. So if you're with us on live, you'll still be in profit. It just hasn't hit first take profit, because a first take profit is really massive. Let me see, is my screen still sharing? Okay, my screen is sharing. Okay, so so we're having guys saying that there's so if you are in any of these trades, identify yourself. If you're in any of these trades, identify yourself. Also, for our synthetic trade that we dropped, we're going to look at US30 now, because US30 seems like you can even storm into US30, because US30 almost hit our first take profit and then it started retracing again, right? It started retracing. Who is in the trade? If you're in any of this trade, identify yourself from the private channel, anywhere you're from, and you're in Nasdaq. Before we go to any stuff, right? Okay, so we're having Jihad, Nasdaq, you're in Nasdaq, satisfying rails, you're in okay, we didn't give gold stuff. Okay, so we're having Ajayi is from the private channel. I guess you're in the trade, Ajayi, right? I guess you're in the trade. Your first and second take profit should have been hit already. So we're having Peter is running about $500. $500 there, and we're having Easy is also in the Nasdaq trade. Okay, so Red not really giving any trade on XAUSD. Maybe you want to standardize XAUSD, but it's okay. So okay, great. So yeah. So let's look at this. And now, by the way, for Nasdaq, if you went into the trade, write the amount that you cashed out from this trade. I want to see that. If you went into a Nasdaq for the meantime, if you went into Nasdaq trade and you cashed out, write the amount that you actually cashed out from the Nasdaq. Let's see. Write the amount you cashed out from Nasdaq. Let's see. If you stormed into Nasdaq, okay, so we're having Jaha actually caught about 1.8k from the Nasdaq trade. Okay, very smooth. Okay. So yeah, so if you stormed into Nasdaq, just write the amounts that you cashed out. So we're having Jaha about 1.8k, right? And then we're having Fozin about 3k that actually caught from that. So okay, Lord's Favor seems like you're seeing the trade. Okay, who else? Okay, I think we had Peter running about $500, right? And yeah, basically that's it. Because I actually dropped that trade immediately as first take profit was hit, showing from the private channel. So now we are going to still check out some trades now and see what we can get, right? Okay, let's see now what we can have. Let me just go back. Now on US30, now you're actually very lucky on US. Okay, I think this stuff, yeah, it's pushing back up again on Nasdaq. It's pushing back up again. I think this time around, if it just pushes, boom, it's just going to hit our third take profit, and that's it. So, but then let's look at US30, because US30 is actually still retracing and still playing around. So if you are just coming in, maybe you missed a live session, because this stuff, look at it. USA is very funny. Like almost hit our first take profit. It's understandable our first take profit is kind of like really far away. I intentionally made it so. In fact, I knew that if I reduce it, all take profits would have been hit, and people are going to run out of the trade. Right, guys are going to run. Oh yeah, take profit is hit. Let me run out. So because of that, I increased all the. Look at the take profit zones. Look, can you see that? I made it. I intentionally made everything extremely massive so that it will be very, very difficult. That way you'll be inspired to hold the trade, right? So that's why. That way you'll be inspired to remain in the trade. You at least you'll be like, oh, first take probably has not been. At least it's retracing. It almost hit, right? At least it didn't hit because even at first take probably people run out of trades, right? So if the take probably is not hit, you won't run out, right? So that makes a lot of sense. So now if our first take probably is far away like that, it means that you have to wait for all this stuff and then it hit. And then second take profit, if you are waiting, you have to wait for all this movement for it to get hit. If it doesn't hit second take profit, you still be in the trade, right? So that will inspire you to remain in the trade. Good. So that's why we have to increase all the take profit levels to make sure that everything is extremely massive so that you'll be in the trade, you keep holding the trade like that. Okay, so if you're just coming, it's not too late to join the US30 trade. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not too late. It's actually retracing currently. So these actually very, excuse me guys. So this is actually a very good opportunity. You can actually join us on this trade. I'm just trying to show you that. Let me highlight everything back down. So this is the entirety of all the trades, right? Take profit levels, stop loss levels, and everything, right? So this is exactly what you have. If I should minimize everything there. Okay, so guys, basically that's it for US30. So let's go back to our gold. Let's see. Okay, so gold actually hit a zone there and then got rejected instantly. Hit a zone and got rejected instantly. Okay, I guess we might go into a trade on gold. We might go into a trade on gold. What's the time now? 25. So what's going to happen? We're going to okay, that's actually nice. So we'll wait for another candlestick to get created, right? That should get created in like 4 minutes, right? In like 4 minutes. We'll see how it goes. We'll wait for another candlestick to get created, even though it's pushing really crazily already. It's pushing really crazily already. Just a second. Let's see. It's pushing really crazy already. We can storm into this trade, but we just want to be safer, right? We just want to be safe. We'll see where if this stuff uses this 4 minutes to push towards the top, there will be no need, right? We'll have to wait at least to get a perfect, even more perfect formation. But even if after this 4 minutes is still stuck around this range, still playing around this spot, that will be a perfect trade. We just zoom into the trade and then that will actually be nice. But it seems like this 4 minutes might use it to push up. I don't know, like if you like risk, you can go into this trade if you like taking risk. But for us, we'll just have to wait. If we were maybe like looking at this chart as when it hit this level, possibly would have gone into this trade. But for the now, we can't. We have to wait for this candlestick to be done first before we can go into this trade. So we'll just wait. This is the level I'm highlighting currently, just in case if you're confused. Those on our MT100, we already analyzed this entire chart. We already analyzed this entire chart before we even came here. We already checked out everything here. So I told them about this movement. First, we had the fixed functional level here, and this other level here was what we weren't even expecting to hit. But if it hit, we're expecting a really nice stuff. But yeah, it hit, got rejected, but we didn't really storm into a trade exactly. So now we have to be patient. We have to wait a little bit longer and just see what happens again within the next few minutes, right? And just see what happens again. Okay, meanwhile, what are guys saying in the chart? What are guys saying? What are guys saying in the chart? What are guys saying? Okay, so write the chart you want us to analyze. Meanwhile, guys, remember we also went into synthetic indices, right? We also went into synthetic indices. And for our synthetic indices, let me just quickly give you an update on that. So this was a trade we went into on our synthetic indices. It actually played a lot during that day. So who went into a synthetic indices trade? So I know that we didn't waste pips here. Let's see. If nobody went into this trade, if you went into this trade, you tell us, and then the amounts that you cashed out from this trade. If I don't see any if I notice that no one went into this trade, it means that we would have wasted a lot of pips here because currently I'm actually running just around 3.8k or so around the spot here on this particular trade. So let's see if you went into this, because all our take profits were hit that same day. It retraced, of course, played around. It went towards our SL level. It's why we give this chart some breathing space most of the time. Give this chart some breathing space and place a stop loss around this range. So it played around. Like, you can watch the previous live. Remember, if you are confused as to this stuff, maybe you missed our Friday live session, it's still there. You can watch the entire analysis of this stuff, right? The entire analysis and everything of the stuff. You can watch everything there. It's actually just the live we did on Friday. Everything is there, right? This entire analysis was actually there. So if you stumble into this trade with us, just identify yourself and write the amount you cashed out. If no one went into that boom 1000 trade, it means that I won't even stress myself giving any synthetic indices much here again. Let's see. Did anyone storm into that boom 1000 trade that hit all take profits very fast that same day? Let's see. On Friday, did anyone storm into that trade? If you storm into the trade, just write the amount that you cashed out. If no one stormed into that trade, it means that we'll do really less of synthetic indices here. Right? Let's see. Did anyone storm into that trade at all? Boom 1000. Did anyone storm into that trade on boom 1000? Did anyone storm in? Let's just be a little bit more patient. Did anyone storm into that trade on boom 1000? Did anyone storm into that trade? Did anyone? Okay, we can't really get anyone that stormed into the trade on boom 1000, right? From what I can see, it means that we'll be analyzing less of synthetic indices now at this point, because it seems like nobody went into. Okay, so we're having Joe Abed got about $200. $200 from Boom. Okay, you got $200. I thought nobody went into the trade. So let's see, $200 from Joe Abed cashed out. Okay, so let's see, Ozurumba. Okay, Ozurumba, Jonathan. So we didn't waste signals then. We didn't waste signals then. So Jonathan actually cashed out about $500 on the market. Okay, so someone actually cashed out about $100 on that trade on Boom. Someone else cashed out about $250. Okay, so I thought maybe nobody cashed out from that trade. So because of that, that would be so discouraging to see peeps wasting like that. But since we actually have guys that that cashed out from the same trade, so it's cool. It's cool with me that we'll continue dropping some really nice trades or so. Or on synthetic indices also, so that's great. Okay, so I guess in total that's roughly $2,000 or so the total that guys actually caught. Okay, let's go back to let's go back to our chart again and see what we're having. Let's go back to this. Let's see. Okay, we even have someone that cashed out about 1.8k from that same trade. Okay, that's actually smooth. So it means we're not wasting pips here. It means I'm not talking to myself here. We're not giving trades just like that, right? Guys are actually catching the trades. Okay, so that's impressive. It's yeah. Okay, so someone caught about 80 pips also from that, Jeff. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now let's go back to XAUSD. Let's see. Okay, so this is what we're having on XAUSD now. A new candlestick has been created. This is what we're having. Okay, so we can still storm into this trade, but at the rate of what we are seeing, we might still need to wait a little bit. That's just it. We might need to wait a little bit. Yeah. Okay, possibly we can even go into this trade. Just a second. Let's check out on our 4 hours time frame first. Let's not conclude. Let's not conclude. All right, let's see our 4 hours time frame first. So instead of concluding, let's see our 4 hours time frame. Nice build up around the zone. Okay, our 4 hours time frame. Okay, let's see our 1 hour time frame. Then instead of concluding, let's not conclude. Okay, so you can see it, right? You don't need any you don't even need any explanation for this. Do you need explanation? You don't need any, right? It's just a normal, like, I don't think you want me to even comment on this. This is just straightforward stuff, right? So let's go back to our 15 minutes now. Let's go back to our 15 minutes. So okay, basically this is what we're having. This is what we're having on our 15 minutes now. We might storm into this trade. Just a second. We might storm into this trade. But then let's see, before we storm into this trade. Don't worry. We don't have to rush. Just chill. The guys are writing that and writing. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, I think someone caught about 50k, right, from this stop. Naya from Pakistan made about 50k from the trades from the last time. Okay, that's actually smooth. I think this is the max that we've gotten so far. About 50k. Okay, that's actually smooth. Really smooth. Yeah, that was actually really smooth. So you caught about 50k. That was actually smooth. And then we're having someone that cashed out about $500 from same trade. Okay, that was actually smooth. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Okay. Good. Okay, now let's see now. I want to quickly check out some of our fundamentals that are happening currently. Let's just see before we play too much on our gold. Let's see what's happening on some of our fundamentals, right? So before we play too much, you don't want to play too much with the chart. We're trying to keep a whole clean slate up on this week. clean slate and everything. So we don't want to play too much like that. So let's see. So we're having okay. So this is already happening. That was what caused the, okay, wait, my chart isn't sharing. My chart isn't sharing. Just a second. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to show you on Forex Factory, right? So this is what we're having. Okay, so at 3:30 p.m., at least by my GMT plus 3. So this is what we're having currently. Should happen. Core retail sales and okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Cool. Okay, so this is what just happened, right? And then I guess that's actually causing a lot of craziness in the chart. So that was why gold actually dropped down through to our level there. So that's good news. That's good news. That's good news. That's good news. Let's see. That's good news. So let's go back to our chart now and see what are we having. It seems like this thing is frozen, right? Just frozen, playing around, right? Just frozen and playing around like that. Okay, I'm coming just a second. Okay, let's see what are we having here. Okay. I would want the chart to still drop down a little bit more. I would want the chart to still drop down a little bit more to second level of retest or so, right? That was what I would want, right? I wouldn't want to storm into the street now, unfortunately, on gold, right? Because look at it, it's not going towards any direction currently. So that's actually risky stuff. So it's just stuck around the zone, right? You can see that. Look at it. Can you see that? It's stuck. Right, it's the momentum on the chart after that 3:30 or so, at least by my time zone, the momentum just dropped. Right, the momentum died. Right, so currently it's not wise to go into a trade where the momentum is dead. Right, so because this candlestick can become something else if you're not careful. Another one gets created, and something is supposed to go up perfectly starts changing because the momentum is very bad. Right, so we'll just be patient. Just be a little bit more patient. Right, just be a little bit more patient on the trade. If it's too much, if the stop gets completed, maybe we're done with this live. I will drop the trade in the private channel first, of course, and when it hits our first take profit or so, I'll share it also in the free, so you'll still be able to catch it later on. That's if it's too much that we can't catch the trade within the, because look at it, it's still within, it's just where it is, going up and down, right? So we'll just have to wait. Maybe if it completes later on, I'll share it in the private channel. After a few minutes, I'll also share it in the free channel so that you too, if you're in the free channel, you can also cash out. So if we don't storm into a trade now, you still cash out later. But if the chart start getting momentum, like seems like it's doing now, like I think that's moving now, right? If the chart start getting some nice momentum at the rest, storm into the trade again, right? Right on this straight up on this live here, storm into the trade. By the way, let's see updates on US30. So US30, if you are joining this trade on US30 when you just joined, because look what we are expecting now on US30. Look what we're expecting now on US30, right? So first we're having the first major touch here, second, and now this is the third that is getting created. Already know what happens on third touches, right? So now it's just to wait. Let me extend this stuff a bit. So now it's just to wait and see what happens. Seems like the momentum is actually becoming really nice. So if you are joining us around this spot, because immediately as this thing leaves, I doubt, even though our take profit is kind of like far away because we intentionally place it like that, I think it's just going to hit our first take profit. I think so. The momentum, you can even open your mobile device and check out this momentum. You know, on chart like this on PC, it looks like it's moving really slowly. Once you check it on mobile, you see it's just flying, right? So basically, yeah. So if you are just coming, also maybe you didn't join us while we started this live. Maybe you didn't join, because if you joined us while we started this live, this chart was here, right? It was here. Right, and then I really mentioned it that if you are just coming, you are very lucky. You can join the trade, right? Because it's still retracing. And then, of course, if you join the trade with us on Friday, right, you would have almost hit first take profit before you played around this region, right? But then you can see the crazy momentum that is happening, right? If it breaks out of this zone, well, it will be difficult for anything to stop it. The only guy that can stop it is this. And I don't even think it has the F1 and the rest to stop it because of the massive momentum that this stuff will use to leave this, except the momentum drops. I don't, if the momentum drops, okay, fine, that's a different story. But if the momentum doesn't drop, it's only to hit this level. There's nothing that will stop it, right? Nothing at all that will stop it. It would be sick Like it's a bit realistic. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we just wait and see why that is playing out. Why that is playing out. How's Nasdaq even going? Why that is playing out? How's our Nasdaq even going? Who joined the Nasdaq trade? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so wait. Good. Now remember, guys. Remember what you're saying. Remember what we are saying? Just a few seconds ago, right? You can see that, right? Look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. Can you see? Can you see what's happening? Now remember, I told you that immediately as the stop leaves this level, that's here, you can't stop it. The same thing on US30. If it leaves that spot we're just looking at, you can't stop it. You can't do anything about it. Boom. I think I made an error here. First, our take profit has been smashed. I thought take profit has been smashed on the private channel now. I thought take profit had been smashed, so you just give me some second. Let me quickly inform guys. So on our private channel, I thought take profit has been smashed. So I think I made an error here. I guess this stop was supposed to be here because this it just got smashed now. It just got smashed. Just around this range, got smashed around this range just now, right? Just got smashed now. Those on the private channel, confirm your tactic. Confirm your thought take profit has been smashed. Who is here from the private channel? Confirm your thought take profit has been smashed. Confirm. And write the amounts that you actually caught. Now, write the amount you are currently running on Nasdaq. Write the amount you're currently running on Nasdaq. Those from the private channel, if you are here, don't stay without writing anything. Write the amount you're actually running currently. Write the amount you're running. Those on the private channel, if you're here, write the amount you're running. Write the amount you're running. So we're having cargo about okay. So Jaha is running about 5K currently. We're having Kogo about $700. And if you're here listening to me from private channel, you know how it goes. We don't run out of trades, right? So start locking in your profit. Start locking in your profit. From the private channel, write the amount that you're actually running. Write the amount you're actually running. Okay, so we're seeing someone about 10K, right? About 10K. Great. So we're having someone that's running about 10K currently. Guys, okay, so we have someone that even made like $12. That's still cool. That's actually still cool. So 1K, that's Precious Nelson, right? About 1K from the private channel. Okay, that's great. If you're from the private channel, always identify yourself so I can recognize you that you're from the private channel. Don't just write. So having Emmanuel about $4,000, right? A last wall. Now that chart is still taking off. That chart is still taking off. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that movement. Look at that movement. Look at that movement. So you don't think we're just playing and just saying things here, right? So you don't think we're just playing here. Write the amount you're cashing out. Write the amount you're cashing out. So okay. Write the amount you're cashing out. So let's see. So Prince about $1,000. That's what you're cashing out. Bob Senator, right? Bob Senator, that's about $400. I think Emmanuel already checked you out. That's about $4,000. $4,000. So we're having Jaha now running about $7,200. That's what's running. Now I've not even written in a private channel yet, but I'm going to write that now. How about US30? What's happening on US30? Are we having any drama on US30? What's happening on US30? What's happening? Look at that. Remember I told you it made last it leaves this level. No, okay, can you see what's happening? No, like it made last it leaves this level. These are thought touch. It made last it leaves that level. Like that's it. All this stuff we already analyzed all these things on MC100 class before we started now. Like it just left the level and it's going, right? It's just taking off. Except magic happens and something reduces it. But I doubt anything can stop it. Something might stop it. Only this level can stop it and reduce its momentum. Only that level, but we'll see. Like I even doubt that level, but the level isn't that soft because it also has some rejection. Yeah, so can't fully commonize it, but the momentum is massive. So we shouldn't expect this stuff to stop it, right? We shouldn't expect this stuff to stop it, right? We gave some massive take profit level. Let's see, even on a Nasdaq, the live trades we went to on a Nasdaq on Friday, a massive take profit has not been hit. So even if you join on Friday, even your first take profit would have been hit now because of this stuff. We had some massive take profit levels, right? And now we are heading for our second take profit. And our second take profit is another journey. I intentionally made it like that. Yeah, I intentionally. Because if I don't, you will run out of the trade. And I don't want that. So because of that, I increased everything. Okay, so while we're talking, let me quickly update those on private channel. Is my screen even sharing, by the way? My screen is sharing, right? Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so we're having someone from the private channel about $39, right? So yeah, so all take profit has been smashed there. Has someone taking a loss? I can see someone that made a loss. How did you lose on a trade that everyone is cashing out from? Now, if we combine the total amounts that everyone has cashed out from this stuff, the amount is the amount should be ranging to almost okay. We have someone that made about 50K, another person that made about 10K. We have a person about 1,000, another on 4,000. Calculate that. That's heading to almost 100K, right? And then we are not even a lot on this live. We are just roughly 400 just on this live, right? Just roughly 400, and we are getting that amount in combined. So, like, guys, okay. So let me share this stuff. Come in. Okay, let's see. Now, it's why I started doing why I started doing more live sessions now these days is because guys were requesting. They were like, you do a lot of recorded videos and the rest of them. You still do live sessions and the rest. So I'm like, well, there's no difference, right? So now we just decided to do some of these live sessions. Just a second. Let me quickly go on the private channel and notify these guys. Notify them. Come in just a second. Okay, so everything's cool. My screen is still sharing. Okay, so let me just quickly notify the guys here that all take profit has now been smashed. Just quickly notify guys. Okay, so just a second. Boom. Okay, so okay, just be patient with me. Just be patient with me. Don't worry, we'll rush back to the chat now. Let me just quickly notify everyone in the private channel. Tip 1, tip 2, all terminated. Successfully now. Okay, so US 100. Now, okay, I'm coming. US 100 Nasdaq. US 100 Nasdaq. Okay. We're taking over the week. We're taking over the week forcefully, right? Forcefully. We're not playing this week. We're not playing this week at all. We're not playing this week. We're not playing this week. So I guess that, yeah, so that's visible now, right? That's visible. So this is actually the trade. This is actually the entire trade that we're storming into as of now, right? So that's still pushing smoothly. So let me just quickly share this in let me quickly share it now in public channel. So if you joined us, so I guess it's visible, right? So no, sorry, it's just usually I do this stuff off camera, of course, but since we're streaming live, let me just share it. If you joined us from here, okay, even if you joined late, yeah, because okay, even if you joined us late, you should be in some in massive in some massive profits now. So I'm coming. Okay. Extreme invasion this week. Extreme invasion this week. Remember to start locking in our profits now. No wasting of peeps, guys. No wasting of peeps. Okay, so that's it. I almost even forgot on the private channel. I was also, well, they already know it. Why I didn't bother writing it anymore. Now we engage locking in profit. So I don't write it. Okay, so update it. They already know, but I just write it just in case there might be one or two guys that are very new here. So yeah, so I also just write that. Okay, basically let's go back now. What are guys saying? Let's see. Okay, guys are talking about gold, right? Guys are talking about gold. Let's check out gold chart. What's happening on gold chart now? What's happening on gold chart? Let's see. Okay, so you see what I was telling you about, right? You see what I was telling you about. So it was kind of like really tricky because the momentum of the chart on gold dropped. So because of that, we couldn't really storm into the trade. Sorry, we couldn't really storm into the trade because of that. So that was why we had to wait a little bit more. So it makes sense what I was saying just a second ago now, right? Wait, is my screen sharing? My screen is sharing, right? Yeah, my screen is sharing. My screen is sharing. Good. My screen is sharing. Is there okay. Okay, so screen is sharing, everything is okay. Now someone is asking, okay, we'll come back to gold now. I'm coming just a second. Okay, wait. Gold, get ready. Gold, get ready. I think we'll storm into gold anytime from now. We'll storm into gold anytime from now. Just get ready, guys. Get ready. Don't slack. Don't slack. Get ready. We'll storm into gold anytime from now. Don't slack. Just be very active. Be very active. Be very active. We'll storm into gold anytime from now. Be very active. Be very, very active here. We'll storm into gold anytime from now. Storm into gold. Be very active. Don't slack. Don't slack. Be very active. Okay, so as regards US30, these still are US30 pushing up and the rest of them. Now, if you're asking if you can join, maybe you came very late. I don't know why you would have been joining us now, but it's okay if you're just joining us. Still very okay. If you want to join this trade, you can see that gold, US30, sorry, is actually trying to push down, right? When it gets to around this range, let me show you that. When it gets to around this range, that's here, around this range, if it gets there, I don't know if it will get there. I don't know. This chart might push up and then just hit a first curve. But if it gets to this spot, you can go into the trade. If it gets here. But if you are very late and it doesn't get to this place, please don't go into the trade. I'm even begging you, don't even, except you feel like losing your capital, maybe to drop against you. Or if you have large capital, of course, nothing will happen. You just play around and push up. But if your capital isn't that massive, then please wait for it to get here first before going into the trade, right? And then, of course, all our take profits and everything, we're actually having everything there. Okay, let's check out our gold again. Just be very active. Be very active, guys. Be very active on our gold. We might go into the trade, but if a malfunction happens on the chart, of course we won't go in. But for the meantime, still hold. Just hold. We might go into this trade. Just be very active. Okay, on US 100, what are we having? US 100 is still there, right? And then this stop has actually hit all our stops and flying, right? Flying and all. Flying and all. Okay. So guys, we're not playing this week. We're not playing this week, right? Everything. We're not even playing this week at all. We're not playing this week, even though the time for our live session it's kind of like ending already. Might be ending this live very soon. Might be ending this live very soon. Okay, might be. Okay, we're looking at gold. We're looking at gold. It seems like guys are still talking about gold. Guys are still talking about gold. Guys, are you talking about gold? Someone is saying, how about Eurusd? We're going to check out. We don't have enough time for that now. But any other trade that we'll check out, maybe gold. I already told you, if we can go into gold now, we'll storm into a trade on private channel. When first take profit has been hit or so, it will also be shared in a free channel, so you can also cash out from the market, right? That's what's going to happen. Excuse me, guys. So that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Okay. That's what's going to happen. Let's see the chart again. Let's see how good. Okay, what do you notice again? The momentum has frozen again, right? Yeah, it happens on gold all the time. So suddenly there's momentum and it suddenly disappears, and at that point you don't want to even go into the trade. There's a similar stuff that happened here. If we had gone into the stock, we'll be burning now. Like every guys would have been saying, check gold. Gold is going in red. That's what guys will be writing now, that check gold, because the momentum was very bad, right? That's what guys will be writing. So we'll be burning currently. So immediately as I noticed that the momentum is bad, it was just better leaving the trade alone, right? It was just better leaving the trade alone, especially something that is actually playing around like this. You don't want to play too much with this chart as it's looking like. You don't want to joke around too much. You joke around, it's going to use you to shine, right? It's just going to use you to shine. So you don't want to play like that. You don't want to play like that. You want to chill for the meantime again. The momentum is frozen. You don't want to go into a chart that's not moving. Like the momentum is frozen. So why would you go into this trade? If the momentum is very slow, it means that it can keep going down or can go up. You don't know where to go to. The momentum is not telling us anything. It's gaining momentum now a bit, but now it's dropping down, right? So we just have to be patient. We already mapped out our levels. All these stuff, we analyze all of these things on our MT100 class just a second. MT100 session, live session just a moment ago. So if you are from MT100, like you can also identify yourself there if you were actually live on this trade. if you're actually live with us when we analyze this entire stuff, you can identify yourself also. You can identify yourself also. Okay. So time for a live session is actually ending now. It's actually ending. We spent quite a while here. On Mondays, we usually don't do live training sessions on Mondays. But today, we had to give updates of our trades from Friday. I told you, but gold is still frozen there. Nothing much you can do on gold for the meantime. Nothing much. If anything, I guess I'll still try dropping this trade later. If I drop this trade later, I'm going to notify those in private channel after it has hit, or those in the free channel after it has hit at least first take profit. I'm going to notify everyone there. But first, it's going to drop in the private channel when this formation, because for now it's not done. There's nothing we can do about it. You can't rush the chart, right? You can't do anything. Look, it's going down. So what do you want to do? You want to do what about it? Can't do anything about it, right? So you just have to chill, right? So I'm saying this for those that are writing gold. Okay, for US30, this is what we're having. Those that want to join is not favoring you yet, right? Because it's still pushing that it's going towards our first take profit. So those that want to join that are just coming right now. Like you missed where we like. If you joined us earlier on, mid as we started, it was still here, you would have joined. If you joined us from Friday, of course, you already still in massive profit. And then we made all our take profit really far away. Can you see this? This is no play. We are not playing here, right? We are not playing here. You see this? These are massive take profit levels that it will take a lot of time to hit, a lot of hours to hit. But by then you'll be cashing out. You just be cashing out consistently. Okay, so for our US100, our first take profit, even though it was massive, it was hit finally. And then this was the trade. We took a different US100 trade. Everyone is locking in their profit as I'm speaking to you on private channel. Everyone is locking in their profit. Let me see if I can show you that. Everyone is locking. Now we engage locking profit. They already know the mission. So everyone is locking in profit as we're speaking. I share this stuff in free also just now, right? Shared it also in the free. If you are not part of our free channel, if you are not part, like I don't know, like I don't know, you're missing a lot, right? The link is just down below. It's free. Like you're not paying a dime for this. I made that's our first take profit was hit. Let me take it towards the top. Maybe that's our first take profit was hit. I shared this trade. TP1 that grabbed successfully. I shared this trade, right? I think this was still here. When I shared this trade, it was still around this level. It was still here. It was still around this level, around this spot. Those on the private channel, I think they understand what I'm talking about. It was still around this level, right? When I shared it. And now it's around this top. So if you're not part of the free channel, I don't know why. I don't know, like it's free. It's not like you're paying a dime for it. It's free. So you'd want to join that so you can also cash out from the market. And the link to join is down below there. So if you are not in a free channel, the link is just in the description box. You can easily just join. So why stress yourself or anything? Okay, so basically, let me take this out. Basically, that will be all for this live. Let's see how good again. Gold still playing around that zone. We can't go into that trade yet on gold. And this is all we are having currently on our trades. So guys, basically that's it. I guess everyone actually cashed out. So we're in play here. Okay, so we're in play here. Okay, guys. So basically that's it for today on this live. We're just cashing out. And for gold, okay, so we're having Porfred. Porfred was from is actually from MC100. So it was then while we analyzed all the trades you're seeing, we analyzed them there just now before we started this live sessions on MC100 just a while ago. Okay, so guys, basically that's it. Combined amount. If we combine all the amounts here today that guys are mentioning, it's literally up to 100K. You can run through the chart. You can see we have someone that made about 50K at the time. We have someone that made about 7.2K. Another person 10K straight. Another person 4. Another person 400, 1,000. I think we have like $39 also. Yeah, we had about 7K also, 7.2K. We have about 8K also, 9K. About $2,000, 500, a few 500, a few $250. Now, if we combine all of this stuff, we might hit 100K that we've cashed out so far, just within this short period of time. Okay, guys. So basically, Basically that's it. Someone is saying make us rich, so join. The free channel is already there. You can just be there, like come on, like you can just be there, right? So the free channel is there, the stops, the trades are dropped there. If you are not in the free channel, I don't know why, because the link is in the description box. All you just need to do is join and then you cash out. I don't know why you wouldn't be there, like I don't know why, like why you wouldn't be J. And then if you want to join the private channel, of course, you can simply just send message to support, or you just go to Mr. PFX, mrpfx.com. That's for those that maybe are asking and the rest. Just go to mrpfx.com. You can actually see access stats from there. Just go to mrpfx.com. You should still see everything right there, everything very visible there. You just want to hit on VIP group or so, you can still join that. But if you can't afford that, you can just join the free channel. It's always free, it's always there, it's always just there. Why wouldn't you want to join and they just keep cashing out like that? Okay, guys, so that's just it for today. It's a bye for me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.